The UK government is set to announce one of the most far-reaching changes to immigration that could have an impact on 1.6 million immigrants who moved to the United Kingdom between 2021 to 2024. If you know anyone that lives in the United Kingdom who does not have British passport yet, please kindly ensure that they see this video, because today's update is extremely important. It could have a far-reaching impact on children and their parents. A lot of children who have turned 18, who came with their parents, they are going to suspend their life, their career, their educational choice because of this update. The headline you're seeing today is Boris waives migrant, face 10 years ban on claiming benefit. That is the headline in all the leading newspapers. Who are the Boris waives migrant? And what are they talking about when they say they face 10 years ban? That is what we are presenting to you today. Frank is my name for those seeing my face for the first time. On this channel, we bring the latest update to inform and educate our audience. Knowledge, they say, is power. Let's dive into this important update that could have far-reaching impact on lots of people, especially people from our community. Now, the word Boris waive migrant was coined by the Reform Party's chief, Zain Yusuf. They used that word to describe migrants that came to the UK between 2021 to last year. They are called Boris waive because they, according to Zain Yusuf, he said the Boris Johnson, when he was the prime minister, he opened the door that allowed a lot of people to come to the UK, and these people, it totaled to 1.6 million. A lot of these people, they are people that we know amongst our friends. We have them as acquaintance, and some of these people, they are due to apply for indefinite leave to remain in a few weeks' time. We have an update on that. And if you wait till the end of this video, I will give you history of what happened. We've been here before. What we're experiencing now, we've been here before when the government attempted to do the same thing that they are proposing to do now, and people came together and they were able to challenge the decision. So this update is very, very important. Make sure you share with anyone that you know will benefit. So what the leading newspaper in the UK is saying is that the Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood is set to announce on Monday that those who are currently on a 5 years route to get indefinite leave to remain, the government is set to announce on Monday that it will now take 10 years to get indefinite leave to remain. Put your comment in the comment section whether you think this is fair. The government is now set to announce. And why is the government now doing this at this time? When these people came, the rule at that time was that if you live in the United Kingdom continuously for 5 years, you will qualify to apply for indefinite leave to remain. That gives you settled statement. But the government is now saying, no, we want to change the rule. And the reason the government is saying they want to change the rule, let me know what your views about it. The government says that they fear that the migrants that came this time under what they call the Boris wave, that of all the people that came, 800,000 of the people that came, they are in low paid work, meaning they and their family, they will be eligible for benefit, state benefit. The government is saying that the people that came under what they call the Boris wave, they will be eligible for state benefit in a few months' time. And the government is now saying, look, this is going to add millions to the welfare budget, millions, if not billions. The government is saying that the data released under Freedom of Information shows that 55% of the people that came in, out of the, we're talking about 1.6 million that came between 2021 to last year, they came to 1.6 million. The government is saying 879,000 of the 1.6 million that came, they are doing what they call low paid job, and they are earning less than 29,640 a year. So the government is saying that because these people, they are not earning enough money, when they get indefinite leave to remain, they will be able to get some form of state benefit from the government. And therefore, the government is saying that that is going to add billions to the UK welfare budget. And because of that, the government is saying that they are going to change the rule. So the government is now saying that instead of you getting indefinite leave to remain after 5 years, because they think that 55% of people that came under the Boris wave, they are currently earning 29,640. The government is now saying that they are worried that the 55,000 will be claiming some form of benefit from the government when they get indefinite leave to remain. So they propose is part of a reform that the government has introduced to make sure that those who will be getting indefinite leave to remain, you will have to wait for 10 years, and you have to be able to say that you're not claiming any benefit, have clean criminal record, volunteer in the community, and you speak English to a high level before you will be able to get indefinite leave to remain. So even if you have lived in the UK for 10 years, you will still not be able to automatically get indefinite leave to remain if this plan that the government is set to announce, if it comes into effect. You will still not be able to get indefinite leave to remain after 10 years. You still have to meet certain conditions, as I said before, for you to be able to get indefinite leave to remain. Robert Gate, research director at the Center for Migration Control, who obtained the low-wage data, said hundreds of thousands of people who arrived under the Boris waves are paying very little into the system. In a few weeks' time, they'll be qualifying for indefinite leave to remain, which will allow them to access benefit. That this is not fair. That they are saying that the people that came in, 55% of them, they have not contributed enough into the system for them to take in. They are saying that they currently have 1.2 million foreigners claiming universal benefit, that unless the Boris waves is blocked from receiving settled status, this cohort will cost the country hundreds of billions of pounds according to the years coming. Now, the statistic that they released by the HM Revenue and Customs shows that 67 nationalities of the people that are currently here, they are the ones that are, these 67 nationalities are those that are currently earning less. Thank God, from the list that we've seen, Nigeria is not among the list of the countries that are earning less. We have on this list, we have Afghanistan, Albania, Algeria is not among. Afghanistan is there. These countries are there as countries that are earning less. And the government is saying that this list includes Vietnam, Iraq, Bangladesh, Uzbekistan, Somalia, among the countries that are contributing less, and the government is worried. Now, Labour and Tory and the Reform all have put forward policies to tackle migration. And this is coming, everything is coming now due to the pressure from the Reform, whose leader has threatened to strip indefinite leave to remain, and people will have to apply straight away before they get it. They will have to apply for renewal every year. While the Conservatives haven't proposed that they're going to strip, but what they are saying is that under the Conservative government, it will take 10 years to get indefinite leave to remain if the Conservative were to come. We're not only talking about immigration. There is another update on deportation. The Labour government is saying loud and clear that from you are going to hear Shabana Mahmood make the announcement on Monday. And what she is saying is that it will then take 10 years. Put your comment in the comment section, whether you think it's fair. Meanwhile, the government has not acknowledged that people who work, these low workers that they are talking about, these are people that pay £1,035 NHS subcharge every year, every time they are renewing their paper. These are people that, in addition to visa fail, so these people came to the UK. The government did not do any impact assessment, clearly, because if they did impact assessment, a lot of this information that is coming to the public domain now would have showed. This clearly shows incompetence at the highest level. You design a policy. There was no economic impact assessment on the impact that this would have on public services. You knew that these people were coming to do job where they were going to be doing jobs that a lot of British people do not want to do, and they were low paid workers, and these people have worked their socks out, and you're now saying, oh, you won't be able to apply for indefinite leave to remain because you were doing low wage job. Did you not know that they were going to do low wage job in the UK before? Of course, the government knew that it was what they were coming to do. So why is it that right now the government is now saying this, knowing full well that these people are due to get indefinite leave to remain in a few weeks' time, and the government is now saying that? Brethren, some of us that have been following this issue for a long time know that we have been here before. Let me give you an example. In 17 years ago, the government, then a Labour government, introduced a policy and say highly skilled visa. People can come to the UK through the highly skilled visa route. A lot of people came to the UK. When they came to the UK, after they were here, the government then changed the rule while people were here to say, oh, you will not be able to get indefinite leave to remain because some of you have not adhered to the condition, because some of you have not followed the condition, and the government then say, oh, you will not be able to apply for indefinite leave to remain. Guess what happened that time? People took the government to court. They took the government to court, and the government lost. When the government lost, after that, the government was forced. The judge ordered the government to say, no, this is not fair. What you're doing is against the law. So what I am saying to people is that let us calm down. Let us be strategic in our thinking. We have been through here before. We know that, yes, at the end of the day, the government is doing whatever they want to do, but we know that there is law. There is law in this country, and this decision, it will have to go to the court. It will have to go to court because people came to the UK under a rule that was in place at that time, and the government is now saying that this rule does not apply to these people, and the government is now saying that a lot of people who have been in the UK, who have been working their socks out, that these people cannot stay in the country anymore. So put your views in the comment section about what we are saying today, because we know that this decision is going to be challenged in the court, and it may not stand in the court because these people that we are talking about now, a lot of people, they came when the law at that time says that if you live in the UK and you've been in the UK for 5 years continuously, you can apply for indefinite leave to remain. So the case that I'm showing you now, it happened 17 years ago. And as you can see here, when people took the matter to court, the government lost the case, and the government was ordered to say, you know what you have done is illegal. The judge that presided over the matter then, Sir George Newman, upheld. Look, brethren, look at it. It says, Sir George Newman upheld the ruling and said, what the government have done is wrong. It is discriminatory. That they ordered the government that these people came to the UK. When they came, the law that time was that they get indefinite leave to remain after 4 years, and that law stands. It's not only deportation that only change of indefinite leave to remain. The government is also boasting, according to Shabana Mahmood, that they are ramping up deportation, that they have deported 50,000 people have been deported since Labour government came to power. This is what Shamara Mahmood said yesterday. She said deportation is on the up, that they are doing everything to remove people who are not supposed to be in the UK. They're deporting them. We don't have any problem with the government deporting people who are not supposed to be in the country. But what we are saying is that people that came and they were told that if they work in the UK for 5 years, they will be able to apply for indefinite leave to remain. The government cannot change the rule when the government did not do any impact assessment. This is unfair. The government has won, the Labour government, the government has won Labour backbenchers and said to them, look, if you try to stop this policy, we will make sure that you will not stand at the next election. So this is why I still believe that two things people from our community need to start doing. Organize. There is nothing wrong. The Home Officer, the Home Secretary doesn't have absolute power. The decision can be challenged in court of law, and if the judge deemed that the Home Secretary acted illegal by applying the rules retrospectively, the judge can still say you need to give these people indefinite leave to remain. It's not their fault that the government did not do any impact assessment. The government should have known that people that were coming to do carers job, any 21,000 a year, the government should have known that these people, they are any less than the British median wage. It's not their fault. So put your comment in the comment section about what we are talking about today. Do you think it is fair for people to come when the rule at that time was that they will get indefinite leave to remain after some time, and only for the government to now say to them, oh, you will not be able to get indefinite leave to remain because you are earning less than 29,600 because of that? What about the people that are earning above 29,600? Does that mean they'll be able to apply? And if these people stay here, does that mean that they will be able to pay less on the NHS subcharge if they are in the UK during this period? Let me know what your views are. I want big changes that the government is set to announce, which is very, very important, which I think people from our community need to know, is that there is going to be changes to the Article 8, the right to family life, which a lot of people have used to stay in the country, is going to change. And the judges are also going to be told to prioritize public safety, which means that those in the past who say, oh, if you deport me to my country, I will face torture, I will face it, there will be changes on that as well. Modern day slavery, there will be changes. So the big updates that we have is that the Home Secretary is set to announce on Monday that it will then take 10 years to get indefinite leave to remain. And what they are saying, the reason for doing this, let me know in the comment section whether it is fair, is because they are saying the people that came, they are earning less than 29,600. Because of that, they are not contributing enough. Because of that, they have to wait 10 years. And even if you wait 10 years, there is no guarantee, because you have to meet certain conditions that you'll be applying for status. Don't forget to share this video with anyone that you know will benefit. Put your comment in the comment section. Let me know whether you think this is fair or you think that this is absolutely not fair. Don't forget to share, give it a like, support us. Thank you to all those that have been supporting us.